What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Trading recap number 3. I believe we're on day 23, 22 on the TikTok. If you're coming over from TikTok, obviously. Um, Little recap of what happened today and what will probably happen in the next few days for the future. So today, very bearish. We did have bullish news, but it was bearish. I personally was targeting sell side liquidity, which worked out perfectly in my strategy. Today, at the end of the day, well, it's not even closing bells in basically 7 minutes now. By the time of the recording, and we have swept this monthly low. Now, what does this mean? This means that if we close theoretically under this monthly low, I'm seeing this as a break of structure, which could mean some really bad things for the bulls. Okay. But if you do look on the 3 months, we're still, it needs to really close down here to really make a big impact. So we're still, in a state where it's very decisive. I'm still bullish. I'm still very, very strongly bullish, but this can definitely be bearish for potential few weeks, if not a whole month. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm definitely not entering any trades right now because we have literally no clue what could happen. Obviously, this is 100% going to close um, under here, but is it going to reverse, come back to these fair value gaps, come back to this liquidity? Who knows? That's what the market is gonna show us tomorrow and in the next few days. Apart from that, let's go check out the trade today. So let's hop into the 1 hour and let's review what we had today. So let me okay. Yeah, so yesterday we had areas of buy side liquidity marked out. We had an area of sell side liquidity marked out. As you knew, as we knew, from yesterday's trade, it was also bearish, right? As we see here, our trade yesterday was also bearish. It got past the fair value gap, it closed past the fair value gap. So we know now that it is still targeting sell side and wants to go to this monthly low, which obviously it has done, and I was correct. So this for me today was like the last trade before we get to this monthly low. And I wanted to get in as early as possible. So I woke up super early, and I guess pre-market had a little run up to this fair value gap, right? I'm thinking, I believe, right? Yeah, around the halfway mark of this fair value gap. Kind of had a nice little reversal up here. And then we kind of tanked. Now, this is where, unfortunately, I deleted everything for this video, but I can show you guys here. Okay, so yeah, so we have buy side up here, which is this buy side up here, or up here, my bad, forgot to mark it because I deleted everything. Okay, so this was our buy side, just so you guys have an idea. Buy side, we had one main fair value gap, and then we had I can't pronounce this. It's called a consequent encroachment inside the fair value gap, and this is where I wanted to take my entry for the risk reward to be lower than just having the fair value gap. We open up, market kind of starts consolidating up here, maybe grabbing this liquidity up here, creates more liquidity while coming down, creates a fair value gap, comes down, and this is where I enter my shorts, my short position off this CE. Enter. At first I'm targeting this liquidity down here, right here. This I guess money signs, if you will. This is like my sign of liquidity where I'm first targeting. Once my trade gets hit, this is my TP1. I had three positions. So TP1, TP2 would be this one, and my TP3 would be this one. And if I needed, leave a runner. At the time of the screenshot, I guess I took a screenshot, but our position, all three positions got hit. As you obviously see, this was the, just imagine it was this, something like this, right? Boom. Something like that, right? So all the positions got completely hit, got completely taken out. And we obviously, our bias, right, as you can see, was completely bearish. It was completely right. I was right with the bearish. Yes, we had a bullish move, but we were definitely bearish the whole day. Yeah, so let's come back to here. There's a lot of stuff to pay attention to. I didn't just enter off this because I wanted to. It's because I knew that there was a strong move down, a strong fair value gap, a 4-hour fair value gap. I probably should have marked like a 1 hour because this is probably more accurate than a 4-hour. But just to show you that a 4-hour, 1 hour, and then CE all together, plus a market structure shift right in the middle. I guess it's pretty hard to see. Market structure shift right in the middle. Then you have liquidity here down to be swept, sweeps it, comes back up, enter my shorts, you know, and then it kind of starts going back up, still, you know, off this fair value gap, gets rejected, breaks this order block, comes back up, sweeps liquidity, comes back up, comes back down, order block, comes back up, sweeps liquidity, comes all the way back down to sweep this final sell side liquidity, which is my third take profit, which, as we see, worked out pretty good. Now, you might be saying, and you might be looking at this, and you're like, this dude is doing too much. And I completely agree. This is a lot, but you do have to remember that I'm in my learning, I guess, like learning session, right? Where every day counts. You know, the summer's almost done and I want to get most out of every single trade. I want to really understand every single point of view, right, that we have in the market. There's a lot of strategies out there to be used and that are being used. And a lot of different people are seeing different things on this chart. And I have everything. Again, I don't even have everything marked out, really. I think I'm missing a lot of stuff, right? Even in the bigger time frames. Like this is, I believe this was on the 5-minute. No, this was on the 30-minute. Yeah, this was on the 30-minute time frame. So even on the 30-minute time frame, I bet there's some, you know, liquidity that I haven't seen. Maybe there's some stuff up here that I'm not seeing, right? Maybe there's some highs. I don't know why they're up here. Maybe I'm seeing reversal. I shouldn't be, like, you know, I don't know, right? So there's so much to learn that I'm always doing too much. But in my eyes, this is good. In your eyes, it might be like, what the fuck am I even looking at? And I completely understand. I'll be the same, but that's why I made it more clear. This is the move today. This is what I had charted out, right? Yeah. I also wanted to show you guys, we did have unemployment claims this morning at 8:30 with, I guess, a Philly Fed manufacturing index. Not too big, but this did kind of impact. We also did have something with CNN or CNBC. I'm gonna try to find it, but we did have like some bullish news. I don't know if I can find it, but it did basically say that the stock opened higher. And the thing, it opened higher, right? And where did I write it? Oh, I wrote it here. I said bullish news targeting sell side. So we had bullish news, hence why it came up. And then it dumped. So I guess part of the reason why, you know, when I was in my trade, these candles, it's hard to see, but these candles came down, came back up, you know, came down here, came all the way back up, came up. I believe this candle, like they all came back like all the way basically to my entry. Like this around here was, this area right here was like basically my entry. Oh, motherfucker. This area was basically my entry. So, you know, these candles, when you're in an options trade, right, with a contract, it's very hard for your contract to make money if your position, the market value, is coming back to break even. because the more times, like I'm not even sure this was it. Like I bet my position was down here, right? Like even where I entered here on these highs. If your position is coming to break even maybe near your stop loss, like that's bad because when it comes down, it loses value. So you might even be negative down here, even though you entered here with an options contract. And that's what kind of pisses me off sometimes. That's why you have to get a really good entry. And when it comes back up like this, I'm like, I need to know why it comes back up. I need to know the reasoning why the price wants to go back up and why it's going back up, right? So now we have breaking news. Dow tumbles nearly 300 points as stock falls for a third straight day and yield pop, right? So third straight day, I was right. We are completely bearish on the day, but that is because of this this pretty motherfucker. You serious? This big monthly low. That's why we're bearish. So with that being said, I'm not sure I will trade tomorrow because I have work. And I don't think I want to trade this reversal. I want to wait at least until maybe my projection is I don't know if we're gonna hit this sell side over here. I have no clue. Or do we reverse with a candle, right, like a doji or whatever, and then we come back up? I don't know. And that's one thing I'm still learning. No one knows really, like the Fed and no one knows. But there's liquidity down here. This is the monthly low. If it closes, we could have a big move down because there's a lot of fuck ton of liquidity down here, and there's also a fuck ton of liquidity up here. Which one do we want more? So, I'll see you guys in the next one.